6 months. That is literally all the time standing between you and a completely different financial life. Not 5 years, not a decade, 180 days. And before you scroll away thinking this is going to be another generic cut your lattes and save money video, I want you to hear me out. Because what I am about to share with you is not motivational fluff. These are specific, sequenced actions that compound on each other. And by the time you reach month 6, you will look back at where you started and genuinely not recognize yourself. Let me ask you something. Where were you financially 6 months ago? Were things better, worse, or honestly about the same? If your honest answer is about the same, that tells you everything you need to know. Same inputs equal same outputs. Nothing changes until something changes. And today, we are changing something. So let's break this down month by month, because the order matters just as much as the actions themselves. This is not a checklist you do all at once. This is a sequence, and sequence is everything. Month 1 is all about radical financial honesty. Before you can build anything, you need to know what you are actually working with, not what you think you make, not what you assume you spend. The real numbers. So in month 1, your entire focus is on one thing, a complete financial audit. You are going to sit down and pull up every single account, every subscription, every debt, every income source, and you are going to write it all down. Most people have never done this fully. They have a rough idea in their head, and they use that rough idea to make major financial decisions. That is like trying to navigate a road trip with a vague memory of a map you saw once. In month 1, you are getting your GPS locked in. You are writing down your total income after tax, every single monthly expense, every debt with its interest rate and minimum payment, and your current savings, or lack thereof. This is not about judgment. This is about clarity. And clarity is the very first form of power. Month 2 is where you build your foundation. Once you know your real numbers, you are going to design what I call your money architecture. This is your intentional system for where every dollar goes before it hits your checking account and disappears. You are going to allocate percentages, not just amounts, to needs, wants, savings, and debt payoff. The specific percentages will vary based on your situation. But the key insight is this: you stop reacting to your money and start directing it. This month, you also open a separate high-yield savings account if you do not already have one. And you automate a transfer into it the same day your paycheck lands. Even if it is a small amount, the automation habit is worth more than the dollar amount right now. You are training your brain and your systems to make saving the default, not an afterthought. Month 3 is when things start feeling real. This is the month you attack your single most expensive financial liability with everything you have got. Look at your debt list from month 1. Find the account that is costing you the most in interest. The one that is essentially lighting your money on fire every month. This month, you are throwing every single extra dollar at that one account. Cancel unused subscriptions you found in your month 1 audit. Take on extra work if you can. Sell things you do not use. The goal is not just to pay down debt, although that is happening. The goal is to build the psychological momentum of winning. When you knock out one account or even make serious progress on it, something shifts in how you see yourself. You stop being someone debt happens to, and you start being someone who handles their business. Month 4 is your income expansion month. Here is the truth that most personal finance content glosses over. Budgeting can only take you so far. If you are cutting expenses while your income stays flat, you are playing a shrinking game. Month 4 is dedicated entirely to finding at least one new or expanded income stream. This could be a side service, freelance work, selling a skill you already have, or even negotiating a raise at your current job. Research shows that the average person never asks for a raise, not because they do not deserve one, but because they feel awkward about it. Your month 4 assignment is to either have that conversation or start generating income outside of your main job. Even an extra $300 or $500 a month, when directed strategically, can completely change your trajectory over 6 months. This is exactly the point in the journey where I want to mention something important. If you want to take everything we are talking about today and go deeper with a structured system, real coaching, and a community of people doing this alongside you. Check out the Wealth Accelerator Academy. It is a group coaching program and course designed specifically to help people build the kind of financial freedom we are walking through right now. The link is in the description. It is built for people who are serious about not being in the same place 12 months from now. Go check it out when you are done here. Back to month 4. Once you have identified or started your new income source, route that money directly into your next financial priority, whether that is more debt elimination or boosting your savings. Do not let that extra income blend into your everyday spending. Give it a job before it arrives. Month 5 is your investment initiation month. By now you have better numbers, a real system, less debt, and more income. You are ready to start making your money work for you instead of the other way around. If you have access to an employer retirement match and you have not been taking full advantage of it, that changes this month. An employer match is literally a 100% return on that portion of your money before you even invest it. There is no investment on the planet that guarantees that. Beyond that, if you do not have a Roth IRA or a basic brokerage account, month 5 is when you open one and make your first contribution. It does not have to be massive. The habit and the principle matter more than the amount right now. You are planting seeds in month 5. The harvest comes later. Month 6 is your review and acceleration month. You have done the work. Now you pull back and look at what actually happened over the past 5 months. What worked better than expected? What did you struggle with? Where is there still a gap between your plan and your reality? Month 6 is not the finish line. It is the launch pad. You take everything you learned about yourself and your money, and you set your next 6-month targets, except this time you are not starting from scratch. You are starting from momentum. You are starting with systems already built, habits already embedded, and a fundamentally different relationship with money than you had at month 1. Here is what most people get wrong about financial transformation. They think it is mostly about information. If I just knew enough, I would do the right things. But that is not actually the problem. Information is everywhere. The real gap is accountability, structure, and community. Doing this alongside other people who are in the same season of growth changes everything about your chances of following through. That is why I genuinely want to point you toward the Wealth Accelerator Academy one more time. The link is in the description below. If this video gave you a roadmap, the Academy gives you the vehicle, the fuel, and a co-pilot. It is the difference between knowing the route and actually arriving at the destination. Financial freedom is not a vague concept in that program. It is a concrete, step-by-step outcome you are working toward every single week with real guidance and a real community behind you. Now, real quick before I let you go, if this video added genuine value to your day, I want to ask you to subscribe to this channel for a real reason. We do not do surface-level content here. Every single video is built to give you something you can actually use, a real framework, a real strategy, a real shift in how you think about money and building wealth. If you want that consistently in your life, subscribe so you do not miss what comes next. Every week we go deeper, and I want you to be here for it. 6 months sounds like a long time until it passes, and you realize you either did the work or you did not. The people who look back at this moment and say, "That was when everything changed," are the ones who start today, not next Monday, not next month. Today. Now go build something they cannot ignore. Let's get it.